What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and in today's video we have another easy shiny hunting location exploit method for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm really excited about this video because we're going to be featuring Frosmoth for the first time on the channel, and a couple of other Pokemon that you can shiny hunt here too. And I want to give a shout out to Let's Talk Wild from Discord for sending me this location. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and enjoy these types of videos, please subscribe and also leave a like. It really helps me out. And let's begin this shiny hunt. So to begin, I'm going to be starting right over here on the edge of the mountain here. You can like start at the Ground Light Shrine, or you can start over here at the stones, whatever. You just want to get over to this part of the map right here. And you can see there is a Spirit Tomb spawn, which is pretty funny. Unfortunately, you cannot farm that with this method. But, you know, when we're on the mountain here, we're technically in the lake. And we actually want to get about to right here. Now, if you look at the mini-map, you can see I'm sort of like right next to this like brown spot right here that's touching, like it sort of points out into the snow here. You want to get like right over into this direction. It doesn't need to be exact positioning, but when you're over here, you're in the right position. Now we're going to save our game. The reason why we save our game, of course, is what if you don't get the shiny in 30 minutes? Well, you can just restart your save, and then it's like you never wasted the Herba Mystica, or, you know, if you make a mistake on the sandwich, you can just restart there too. So now to have our save, we're going to set up a picnic. And if you get a message that says you can't set up your picnic, just like reorient yourself a little bit, and you'll be able to set up your picnic. Now, we're going to be going for Frosmoth first, right? And for Frosmoth, we're going to be going for a bug-type sandwich, because if we go for an ice-type sandwich, we're going to get all the ice types here, and that is not going to be an isolated hunt. But you could try it if you would like. So we're going to be going with the cherry tomato and double salty recipe for this method. You can also check out the other sandwich method, but I think for bug types, it is so much harder to do the triple cherry tomato with a cucumber and pickle method. I think that's a really difficult sandwich. So I actually recommend doing this with your two salties. There we go. We got Sparkling, Tattle, and Counter Power level 3 for bug type Pokemon, and ready to begin this hunt. So this hunt, one, doesn't matter if it's day or nighttime, to put that out there. So we can see the spawns coming in from the left, middle, and right spawns. So we're going to be able to get all 15 spawns coming in, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I do hope this does not change in patch 1.2.0. Just to make that clear, I am recording this on the previous patch. But Shiny Frosmoth is going to be very easy to notice. It's not going to be blue and white. Instead, it's going to be green and white. It's going to have green eyes, like greenish wings too. So super easy hunt. And all you got to do is just keep picnic resetting. And this is honestly one of the best reset locations in the game. And there's actually our Shiny Frosmoth right there. Just right on cue, Shiny Frosmoth. As you can tell, it is very obviously a shiny, as you can see the difference between the others. Honestly, what a phenomenal looking shiny. And of course, I do recommend always like saving your game before you do the shiny encounter, just in case the Pokemon gets taken out. But I also recommend using like a false swipe or like delayed. So there we go. Shiny Frosmoth hasn't gotten. That was literally within like a couple of minutes. That was crazy. We got that within like 2-3 resets, guys. So this is a phenomenal spot. Of course, I am using the Shiny Charm and a Shiny Sandwich, so I did have pretty good boosted Shiny odds, but hopefully you'll have as much luck as me and get this Frosmoth near instantly. And I'm definitely going to try to put this in a luxury ball. This is my personal favorite ball. But there you go. That is how you shiny hunt for Frosmoth. And let's move on to our next shiny hunt. Now, for our next shiny hunt, we can either go for a Psychic Sandwich or for a Steel type Sandwich. I'm going to go for the Psychic Sandwich, which is going to be 1 onions and 2 salties. But if you wanted to do the Steel type Sandwich, you could also go for 1 hamburger and then 1 salty and then 1 sweet. Both of these work, and they're going to give you the exact same results here. There we go. We got level 3 on Steel, but Psychic will give us the exact same results for the Pokemon we're hunting, which is going to be Bronzong. Bronzong is going to be the only Steel type and the only Psychic type that actually spawns in this location. And the same thing as Frosmoth, they're going to be coming in slowly. I think Frosmoth came in a little bit faster. But the shiny for Bronzong is going to be very obvious. It's going to be like a super green, like a copper green color. So it's going to be super obvious. You don't need to zoom in or anything for that. I'd say Frosmoth maybe even a little bit harder to notice than the Bronzong in my opinion. But with the Shiny Charm and the Shiny Sandwich, you should probably be able to get at least 1 within a sandwich or 2. So good luck. There we go. It took us some time to get the Shiny Bronzong, but, you know, 17 minutes, not that bad. Obvious. incredibly obvious shiny, but there we go. We got the big bell. I always name my shiny Bronzons Taco Bell or the Bell. It's just one of my favorite Pokemon to use. Unfortunately, he was like just hovering above my head. There we go. Another hunt done. And now to move on to our next shiny hunt. Now for our next type hunt, we're going to be going for ghost types. And we're going to be using 1 red onion and 2 salties for this next sandwich. And there we have it. Sparkling Title Encounter level 3 for ghost type Pokemon. And with this hunt, there's going to be 2 different ghost types that we can actually hunt with this. And we're going to see them shortly. And we're going to be seeing Greavard and Houndstone show up as a cluster spawn. And then we're going to be able to get Froslass as well. So the big thing about a cluster is a cluster is always going to be 5 spawns. And you get a max of 15 spawns. So if you get 2 clusters, you're going to be guaranteeing 5 Froslass if you only get 2 clusters showing up. So most of the time, you're going to be able to get a shiny Greavard with this method. But the big issue is, as you can see, I have no idea how to tell if a shiny Greavard is a shiny Greavard or a shiny Houndstone, right? So what we're going to have to do is, I usually just wait for the Froslass to like spawn in a little bit. Sometimes they don't always spawn in, or they spawn in slowly. But you're going to have to check up individually on each Greavard and Houndstone spawn. They're going to be very obviously like a yellow color. So, okay, none of them were shiny. We're going to have to go back and do this. Unfortunately, there is no location in the game where Greavard and Houndstone spawn outside of the ground. So if you are going to picnic reset for these guys, you will have to do this method. But most likely, you'll probably get one of those guys. So usually we get at least 1 cluster, most likely 2. But in a case like this, looks like we're actually going to manage to get up to 10 of the Froslass spawns here, which is actually really nice. But of course, do you want to wait the entire time to get all the Froslass to come up, or do you just want to run up and then reset when you look at the Greavards? It's going to be up to you what you want to hunt. But the shiny odds are all the same either way. It's a little bit slower than the previous 2 hunts that we just did, just because, you know, you're going to have to walk up. But hopefully with the shiny charm and the shiny sandwich, you eventually get one of these shinies within the 30 minutes or maybe within 2 sandwiches. Now, we actually managed to get a shiny Greavard within 12 minutes, which is really nice. Sometimes you can see the shiny from here, but I honestly could not see the shiny from here. I only knew because I just checked. But we walk up, and you notice how you can see the Greavard's head sticking out. If you see a yellow one, that's how you know it's a shiny Greavard. But I'm not going to say, like, yeah, it's a good tell if you're just, like, running around in the overworld. However, when you're doing a reset method and they spawn like it, it's just not going to be a thing. But there we go. Got ourselves a shiny Greavard. So this is definitely a great method for shiny Greavard, but it is going to be one that you're going to most likely want to go up and check, unless you get some like really good vision and you can see that far away. But even on my TV, that was super hard for us to see. Now we're done with our regular hunts. However, if you just want to hunt ice type Pokemon, this is actually a nice small selection of them that you can go through. So we're gonna use 1 Cloth Stick and 2 Salties to get that spawn. And there we go. We got level 3 for ice type Pokemon, and there's gonna be a bunch of ice type Pokemon spawning here. This is definitely not an isolated hunt. But yes, we're going to get the return of Frosmoth and Froslass. But you'll also get Titan clusters, Baratic clusters. Galaleys will spawn in here too. The Titan line is going to be a black shiny. Galaleys is going to have some red eyes. Glaceon will be here, be dark blue instead of light blue. And then Baratic will also be a different shade of blue too. And it's not an isolated hunt, so I'm going to consider this a bonus hunt. And I don't want to really dive too much into it, but they're all going to have a shiny boost. And if you don't have any ice-type Pokemon, and you don't want to have like Sneasels or Abomasnow line in here to worry about, well, this is going to be a pretty good way to do it. So I recommend it. Probably decent for at least Cubchoo and for Cetoddles if you're having problems with those, but those may end up being better run-around hunts too. So there we have it, guys. That is all the shiny hunts for this location for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And of course, guys, if you know any good shiny hunt locations, please send me a message on Discord, either in the server or directly to me, or maybe in the YouTube comment section below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.